Hey, I've moved on to rum. Did I tell you?
Oh no.
Still cracking.
He's starting with the Kraken.
Yeah, no, but it's a mixer now, so it's not gonna go right through my head like a bullet. So
Okay, well, hold on to that explanation. We'll get right to that.
Start us up.
All right, first of all, I wanted to welcome everybody to episode 3. Guys, episode 3. Holy crap.
Ooh,
Wow.
Patrick.
It's becoming a thing.
Yeah, I think we can stop, right? That's it? 3 was as far as we were going to go?
But I
Three's
honestly
crowd, right?
didn't plan to make it past
Three's
one.
Company?
But
Which one?
Yeah. Okay, we say this every time. Well, okay, we've said this twice. I'm going to say this a third time. We're keeping this one to under an hour. To the poor people that aren't hearing this, I am sorry that we haven't been able to hit that target, but I feel better about it today, okay? Under an hour. I am watching the clock, and when I don't have a little bell to ring,
Skippy, you didn't put a clock behind you so I can see the segments.
but I'll do a thing. I'll do like a panic shake or something like that when it's time to wind down. And you have each side gets 15 seconds to make their closing argument, and we move on. I think that'll work fine. All right, so Kevin, you somehow still have not gotten through the third season of Daredevil. I demand an explanation.
Daredevil.
Work,
See,
family, and other responsibilities cannot be used.
work, family, and then when I get me time, it's usually not on a TV show.
I don't need to hear about you then. Thank you for clarifying that.
No, that I can find time anytime.
Okay. Well, it's my
middle of a meeting.
It's my fault I asked, but okay. But before we get into it, what's everybody drinking? I'm gonna start with you, Kevin, since you're already a huge disappointment.
Take a guess.
Bottle of vodka. And Red Bull
Vodka
again.
and Red Bull.
So it was vodka and Red Bull, except I finished it on one drink before this. So now I have wine.
Ooh, guess what I'm drinking? I'm also drinking wine. I thought I was going to be the weird one, like the oddball, but look, I also have wine. And this is the one that I guys told you about. This is the $2.85 bottle of wine, because I figured last week I drank Sam Cola with vodka. So I decided to keep the trend of classiness going. And what's more classy than an under $3 bottle of wine?
It's a red wine, right?
Is that some weird class? Is that
It's
like
a
a weird
color.
qualifier that somehow increases the
Red
quality?
versus white. I mean,
Yeah.
is it dry or sweet?
It's a Cabernet.
It's
A cab.
$2.85. So
Yes,
it's something.
yes, it does have red food coloring mixed in with whatever the hell. I'm gonna pour that away while Jerry tells me what he's drinking.
So, I feel like the odd man out here now. I should have had one. I have an open bottle of wine in the fridge, but I'm on rum and Coke. So I had a chocolate stout earlier and rum and Coke now.
Okay. Now the question is, are you going to be able to control yourself today?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I am fine. I'm not drinking straight liquor, so I will be fine.
Okay, you're already a lot more coherent and awake, so I'm already proud of you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. I try.
What chocolate stout?
I went to a local restaurant and just ordered the top thing on the menu because, of course, the thing that the first beer that I always order isn't, and they're out of it. So I had to get the next one. I don't remember what it was called. It was good though. It was
Do
a good chocolate stout.
they have a board where they list the percent proof?
Yeah, it was 10%.
Yeah, the beers. The reason why I asked is I've been doing the Founders Imperial ales or versions
Good.
like that with the bourbon barrel aging that they do. That's
Those
my
are
favorite
tasty.
at the moment.
I can tell you, as a man that drinks $3 bottles of wine, I appreciate that. That's quality right there. You can take my word for it.
Wait. Can we be a little bit more specific? You're a man that drinks not quite $3 bottles of wine.
Well, okay.
Is there
than-
also like a $1 mail-in rebate that you could get on that, and like
I will
get it
recycle the
under
bottle.
$2?
I will recycle the bottle and get 5 cents back in Maine. So
Oh,
that's
there you
good. Guys, I made it. All right, so Kevin, I'm going to throw you under the bus immediately because you brought this up right before we started recording. Elizabeth Warren or Kamala Harris? Why are you so worried about that topic?
Oh, it was a topic that we were talking about making it into
Don't be
episode
nervous.
3.
No, that's okay.
And I know nothing about Elizabeth Warren.
She's not Native American. We learned that this year the hard way.
Okay.
You look like you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nope.
So, news. Do you read them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess
I don't see her around at all in any of my feeds.
she's not a big topic of conversation. The reason it was all over the news was because for a very long time she has mentioned that she has Native American heritage, and she's made sort of a big deal about it. And it was exacerbated by the fact that our wonderful president made a racist nickname for her whenever he referred to her. He referred to her as Pocahontas, just an open during it. Yes, you're shaking your hand. Like,
I've heard of that,
like,
yes.
Of course, why wouldn't he? Anyway, it became this whole thing where he also said that he would donate, I forget what the amount was. I think it was like $1 million or something to that extent to her favorite charity if she did a blood test and proved that she was actually Native American. He kept calling her out on it, basically saying that she's full of shit. She did the test, and it came out to something like 0.000000000000001% Native American.
It wasn't that bad, was it? I
wasn't.
thought it was like less than
No,
12% or
Clearly,
something.
I was
I don't know.
exaggerating. There was a few more
No, I
zeros.
know.
I also don't think it was a 1. I think it was a 3, but you get the point. The point is that, yes, she does have some of that in her blood, but that caused a whole stir, and the point is she kind of played into his game, and she ended up looking kind of stupid, first of all, for making the claim, and then for actually doing this challenge. And, of course, he was just like, oh, I don't care. I'm not giving you any money anyway, and just kept making fun of her for basically lying. So she weakened her position and made Trump look slightly less like an asshole, which is very, very hard to do.
Recommendation: know your percentage before taking the bet.
Yeah, or just don't use that for political gain.
You're right.
Like, there's a thought, especially when you know it's not a major part of your heritage.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and obviously that upset certain Native American groups because they said they looked at it as a form of not necessarily appropriation, but kind of using that, again, for political gain. Like, they said that she kept throwing that around, trying to make herself look like she was possibly a minority, which completely neglects all the struggles that minorities go through on a regular basis. She tried to sort of equate herself with groups that she doesn't exactly belong to. Let's put it that way. And she didn't need to. That's the whole thing. She has so many other strong points and strong platforms that she can talk about and run on. She didn't need this at all. No one really knows why she sort of pushed it.
It's that one stupid mistake, that one gamble that someone does that just like fucks it up for everything that they're working for.
Yes, and you know that when the presidential debates happen, although I don't really see Elizabeth Warren ever debating Trump, because let's face it, I like Elizabeth Warren, but she's never getting the primary nomination. If they ever did debate, he would constantly bring that up about her. You know, oh, remember when you claimed you were Native American? I would never do such a thing. I always said I'm Russian. Oh, I mean American. So kind of thing. So as far as Kamala Harris is concerned, I don't know that much about her. She is a little bit more part of that whole establishment Democrat thing, but she's better. She's also younger. She's ferocious. She's very smart. She definitely knows what she's doing. She's, thank God, not another Hillary Clinton. She doesn't have the weird checkered past, which maybe after a few more glasses I can go on a rant about. And she's also been moving slightly more towards the left progressive side, thanks in many parts to other candidates like Sanders, like Warren, like Ocasio-Cortez, who's been kind of shoving the Democratic Party more and more towards the progressive side. So she's been adapting more of those ideals, like Medicare for all, $15 minimum wage. I don't know if she's talking about student loan forgiveness, holding pharmaceutical companies accountable, holding banks accountable, basically everything that a good politician should be doing. But hey, not seeing that too much of that these years.
So I'll point out politics in the first couple of minutes.
First 10 minutes.
Right. I thought maybe we can get that out of the way before we get drunk and angry. And look at it. We're having a coherent conversation about it.
Stupid.
Yeah, we're right. Instead of going, he's orange and I hate him. I do, though. He's so orange and I so hate him. I hate him. But hey, at least he completely looked like an idiot over this whole shutdown thing. Thank God that's over with and people can actually get paid for working.
He's already being backed in the 2020.
Well, he's being backed, but he got a lot of shit from certain conservative groups, and he got flack from certain conservative mouthpieces that he actually listens to. Like Ann Coulter said he's like the wimpiest president we've ever had. A few other, like Rush Limbaugh and some other assholes. I can't keep track of them. Probably Carson Tucker Daly, whatever. I just combined two different people, didn't I? Anyway, I'm sure they all said that like he caved. There was a great theme on Twitter running around saying a sad day for Mammoth Cave, now the second largest cave in the world, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, they gave him a lot of crap. They said this was a really, he folded way too easily over this, and he made Pelosi look very good.
Oh, I thought he was heroic in stopping the shutdown.
Oh, he surely tried to sell it that way, yes. The White House actually had a statement saying that despite the Democrats trying very hard to keep the shutdown going, Trump finally stepped in and reopened the government. And,
wow.
Yeah.
And he's your savior?
Well, I mean, look, people who are his supporters are going to believe he's a savior anyway. Yeah, a few conservatives finally said that, like, yeah, okay, he's full of shit, but he still has his backing. Although his approval rating tumbled, so that's good.
I'm sure Hannity didn't say anything bad about him, but maybe that's because Hannity was too busy eating out his ass.
No, Hannity totally backed him. Hannity said that this was I'm paraphrasing, but something along the lines of like that he didn't back down. He was so worried about people that he finally wanted to make sure they get paid, but then he's going to do the whole emergency thing and have the wall built under those pretenses. Like there's some kind of emergency crisis happening at the border.
Sure.
Which will never happen anyway.
Good times.
He could declare an emergency, but the second he does that, there's gonna be some challenges.
Yeah.
No one's just gonna say, oh, okay, it's an emergency. Here you go. Here's $6 billion for fucking slats.
Yep.
Didn't he recently say that there was another caravan of impending doom approaching us from somewhere?
Yeah, well, he actually tripped himself up because he said he stood in front of everybody and said, so we stopped the first caravan and then we stopped the second caravan, and he was bragging about it, and then he's like, but there's a third caravan, and people are like, but you stopped the first two without a wall, so why do we need a wall? Yeah, he's yeah.
Fun times.
Oh, so while you guys were while we were talking before, I don't know if you noticed, my wife came down and gave me this thing. So apparently this is a bell that I can ring.
Oh, and that's the episode.
Yeah, so basically I'm going to try to use this to...
That's the segment.
Yeah, I'm going to try to kind of wrap segments up. So anytime something's running too long, or frankly I'm just bored of it, I'm just going to go like this. Yep, and
just a simple one jig.
Don't tell me how to use a fucking bell, all right? Right? This is mine.
Master of bells.
Yeah. So basically, at this point, every Democrat ever is running. So it's going to be the complete reversal. So in the 2016 election, you had something like 21 Republicans trying to run until they whittled it down. Now it's going to be the complete reverse. You're going to have the same thing going on with the Democratic Party. You've got already like 10 or 11 names on the list. It's insane. I can't keep track of them all.
Then ring the bell.
They just listen. None of my angry. Oh, by the way, if anybody cares, we are actually now on Twitter. Go us.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking for my login.
Good job. All right, Jerry on it as usual. So the podcast can be found at Old Man Yell, OldMenYell, and I can be found under at Cynical Skippy. I'm not gonna spell that. It's spelled. You can figure it out. Cynical Skippy with 2 P's. Look it up. Jerry, did you find out what your Twitter handle is yet?
No, I have to find it. It didn't.
Old Man Jerry and Old Man Kevin.
No, well, I mean, it is. I was going to say he's staying on character, an old man who can't use Twitter properly.
It's true. Yeah, I guess Google didn't save my password, and I'm trying to. So I couldn't.
LastPass. Don't trust Google with your password.
LastPass. I've never used that.
LastPass, 1Password, any of them. There's a bunch of them.
Google's fine.
Yeah, it works.
Google
for
Password's actually well recommended.
Oh. Poor naive souls.
Oh, geez, stop it. When I logged in, so I don't know how to change the @ name, and it gave me something like @Jerry20604 or some shit.
Okay, so here's what you do. To the very right, there should be a thing that says Edit Profile. If you go to your profile, there's a thing to the right that says Edit Profile. if you click on that, it'll let you change your
The little at thing, your at name.
The real Jerry.
Yeah, I have
yes.
to look.
Well, it'll tell you whether or not whether that name is taken or not.
I'll have to look into that once I can find it. So
This is great. After this, I'll teach you how to use your Laserdisc machine.
good, awesome.
Okay, so moving on.
Laserdisc. Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. What am I gonna do with all my old VHS tapes?
Enough of your Twitter.
That's right. Okay, while you figure that out, Jerry, let me ask you, what is the last thing you remember from the last podcast? Because after announcing
I
two or
think it
three
was-
times that you're releasing the Kraken, you went on a couple of rants and then you sort of just fell asleep.
The last thing I remember, I think it was saying like, "Hi guys," or you were saying that you were starting recording, or I don't know. I drank. I don't know what happened the last
For
time. That was
somebody who was-
painful.
For somebody who blacked out, you did pretty damn well.
Thank you. I try.
It was very impressive. I haven't been able to look at kidney stones the same way.
Oh man, yeah, I know. I think I went on a little bit of a rant on those, but I have to say they're very, very painful.
All right, we don't need to rehash that. If you start talking about this, I'll start talking about catheters, and then all of a sudden we have an hour and a half episode again. Oh, hey, so I think you mentioned last time that Future Man has been coming back. Is it back? Have you been watching it?
I watched the second season, so
In its entirety?
in its entirety, yeah.
Hey, what'd be funny? We should ask Kevin, who apparently went away for a few minutes, how far into Future Man he is. I'm going to guess not far.
I don't think he's watched the first one,
Not
the first
far.
season.
Kevin,
Have you
did
even
see
watched the first season?
Have you watched it? Yeah, have you
No.
watched any?
You suck. Why do we talk to you? You're fucking
TV
disgusting.
shows, not my first
Jesus
choice.
Christ.
Well, now he walked away. I hope you're happy,
Yeah.
Jerry. You made Kevin sad, and he
I
walked
did.
and he went away. Good. Let's talk about all the things that he has
I
never seen, which is pretty much everything.
So yeah,
Season
no.
2. How was
Season
it?
2 was good. It was funny.
Let's
I
give it.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, give us a quick spoiler-free review of season 2 of Future Man.
So yeah, spoiler free. That's tough. It's
Just don't talk about the story. Give me the emotions that it brought out on you while you're watching it.
I laughed.
Did
I
you laugh?
cried. It touched me. No,
There
it
you
was good. In its entirety, it was good. It wasn't as amazing as the first season. I mean, the first season, like, I don't see how you could ever top it. Like,
See, I was afraid of that.
yeah. So was I.
Is it at least worthwhile? By the way, that's
Yeah,
me pouring
yeah,
wine,
no.
not urinating. I'm going to clarify that if you heard that.
No, absolutely. It's totally worth it. And there are some amazing moments in it. But it didn't have. I mean, there were some lines in the first season like, like, I'm fucking you with your own dick, and like shit that you'll never forget. And like, the whole Corey Wolfhart in the 1980s and stuff like that. You have to see it. You have to watch the first season. So and this, the second season is good. It's not phenomenal like the first one.
Okay, so basically, Jerry, I have to say you're not very enthusiastic about your review.
No.
I wanted emotion. I wanted to feel what it was like to watch the second season, and I'll be honest, that review kind of put me to sleep a little. I don't know if I'm gonna watch season 2. I think I'm gonna pull a Kevin and just maybe get to it in about 10 years or so.
No.
Yeah, why the fuck do I
season
want to
2.
bother with that TV show?
Well, okay. First season is fucking phenomenal. It's
Yes, it is.
hilarious. It's
And I can
amazing.
vouch for that as well.
And like every episode, you're like, that was amazing. They can't possibly outdo it. And then the next episode, you're like, holy shit! Like it's the shit that they come up with is amazing. So
good.
I
yeah.
will say this though, I actually thought the first episode was weak. I actually gave up on it after episode 1 because I thought it was kind of corny. And Jerry told me to just stick with it and keep watching it. And by the end of episode 2, I was totally hooked.
But the thing is that you watch the first episode, okay, and you might think, yes, it's corny and yes, it's derivative and everything, but it's supposed to be. It's tongue in cheek. The show.
It sets it up. It basically
itself.
just sets up the show.
Yeah, it's
So there's
good.
yeah.
Don't listen. He's grumpy old man.
No, I'm
Watch-
saying you should watch
the
it.
show.
No, I'm saying you should watch it. What I'm saying is don't judge it by episode. A lot of shows, when you watch the first episode, don't get you immediately hooked. I can think of only a couple of shows where I saw the very first episode and I was like, okay, I am going to watch this through to the end. Most recently, it was, for example, The Good Place. After watching episode 1, I was like, holy crap, this is going to be great. Rick and Morty, when I saw episode 1, I was instantly hooked on it. Fucking Lost. When I saw episode 1 of Lost, it was good, but I had no idea where it was going. I didn't know that at the end there's going to be a but. I'm going to stop right now. Hold on.
Well, quick, get the bell. Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, watch Future Man. It is really it's definitely good. I know this is a bit of a spoiler, but the restaurant that one of the characters opens towards the end of the season.
Oh my god.
That concept alone is worth watching the entire season for. I lost my shit during that entire episode. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It is the best restaurant concept ever.
Sold to the Kevin number 1.
Okay, and you said you still haven't seen Daredevil season 3, right?
No, but I heard that one sucked. The endings.
You heard that from us in the last episode.
Yeah. So don't you have like dinner to go eat, and we could talk about Daredevil season 2 while you're eating dinner or something?
Yeah, Kevin, you look kind of hungry. You got a little drool right there on the side. I don't know, man.
There's more topics than that.
All right, fine. So speaking of things that only probably you guys both saw Spider-Verse, didn't you?
Yes. Well, yeah. Oh, okay. So who's the asshole now, pal?
Oh, I didn't see Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
But you know what? I will say that I don't need to see it.
Why not?
Because I love it. I know it's going to be incredible. From the total of 15 to 20 minutes of footage that I've seen between the trailers, a couple of little like making of things that they had, that horrible song by Post Malone, which I know is redundant because I already said it's a Post Malone song. But in between all that, it is already one of the best looking animated things I've ever seen.
So why haven't you seen it then?
On the ceiling hiding from the guy. That's a funny scene.
Yeah, when they're all crawling on the ceiling, it's like, hey, two pigs talk in this dimension. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that isn't. Yeah, it's got John Mulaney in it. You can be sure I'm gonna love it if it's got John Mulaney in it.
Kevin, you're so simple. You'll love Future Man if that scene sells it for you for
Is that
for
Netflix or some other freaking subscription?
No, it's a thing we bitched about last week. It's on Hulu. That's right.
So how do you expect me to watch it?
Well, they actually just dropped their subscription thing because Netflix is raising theirs. Hulu dropped theirs. It's something like $6 a month now for like the shitty tier where you still have commercials. I don't know why they charge you for this tier.
You mean the free one, or is there charges?
Yeah. No, there's like
yes, it's a free tier that costs $6 a month. That's right.
Right. Okay. So then I don't have it, and I'm not going to do the $6. So Future Man is not on my list.
No, I have a solution for you. They, I believe, probably like anybody else, probably have a free trial. So sign up for like a 2-week or a month-long free trial, and then you will probably get through most of the show. It's one of those things. Just sign up for it. You probably get like a free Google Home Mini with it or something like that.
Wait, Skip, so after all the ranting about Hulu, you actually have a subscription?
No, fuck no. Oh God, no. No. Okay, so even though I don't support piracy, I would recommend finding an alternate place to watch it. I just can't in this podcast say what that alternative is. But, there exists certain things out there, some kids call it the internet, where I'm sure you can find it. You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
You can find your way around.
I may know a couple of kids that have told me about certain things.
Yeah.
Certain places on the dark web.
Ooh, you can get some good shit there. Oh, man, some good stuff there.
Russian wives and season 1s of shows.
Dude, you want someone killed? Oh, sorry. What? Oh, never mind. I'm not on the dark web. Shut up.
Didn't we talk about that in episode 1?
Oh, the pig farm. Yes, Kevin, you missed the pig farm. If you have any people that live around you that have a pig farm, I would be very weary of them. There's no reason to have a pig farm. Especially be weary of vegetarians that have a pig farm.
I would think so.
Yeah, or Jewish people.
Wait, I knew a vegetarian.
I know my people. If it's one of my people and they have a pig farm, stay clear.
I just thought that's where bacon came from.
It does, but we're not allowed to eat bacon.
No, it comes from the internet.
Bacon comes from the internet?
Yeah, it's on the dark web. There's a great place on the dark web and get some of the best bacon. It's possibly from a pig. You never know. Don't ask too many questions on the dark web. That's how they identify you.
What happens in the dark web stays in the dark web, right?
Yeah, until the FBI comes bashing through your door.
Or you access it through an Apple phone, but that's okay. We did that last episode.
Speaking of the FBI busting down your door, the whole Roger Stone thing. If you haven't seen it yet,
the Saturday Night Live skit with Steve Martin.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to spoil it. Because Kevin probably has not seen it because he has not seen anything.
If you didn't post a link, I know I didn't watch it.
Okay, all right. Well, Kevin, I don't know if you watch SNL, but it's very worthwhile. Actually, the entire episode this Saturday was pretty good. But specifically, find the cold open where, yes, Steve Martin does an amazing Roger Stone. Just go on the YouTubes, okay? I'm assuming you use YouTube?
I actually have a subscription to YouTube.
Of course.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. I'm not judging. Okay, look, I have it too, but that's because I bought the Google Play Music thing. So
I have the
it comes,
family.
it comes with a free subscription to RedTube.
Right.
Red. Never mind. So speaking of Spider-Verse, that's free anyway. Okay, so all right, so Jerry, I already asked you to do a quick review of Future Man, so I'm not going to put you through the same thing as Spider-Verse. I'm assuming you loved it, you recommend it, everyone should go see it. I don't even think we need to discuss it. Really, you can tell from the previews it's something everybody should see.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, all right.
You should get your ass there.
Okay, so, and that brings me to Alita, by the way, because we brought that up before. The reason I bring it up is because I am still very, very nervous about this movie. Alita Battle Angel, I believe it's called, right?
Yes.
Mm.
I own original graphic novels.
And I think the
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you wanted. Okay, there you go.
No,
I-
I'm looking forward to this movie because it's got a lot of good reviews.
I believe the
Wait,
movie
that's-
encompasses like the first 3 books. That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay, so I have not read. Not really, and I've seen some of the anime. It has anime, right? Am I confusing Alita with something else again?
I don't know. There is
There was-
an anime movie, at least one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so
There was a movie, there was manga, and then there was actually a TV show.
Oh, okay. Wow, I'm totally just behind on this whole thing.
Oh,
So it looks
Alyssa
amazing.
Milano was in that, I think. I'm not usually good at the references, but I believe that's who was in it.
Wait, she did the voice, right? The dub.
Maybe the voice? No. An English or American
A dub.
TV show.
Live action
Yes.
of
What?
Alita Battle
I
Angel?
am
Yes.
looking this up.
No,
I think are you thinking of something with witches in it? She was in
No,
that show with witches.
I think he's smoking something.
Hold on, I am googling this as we speak.
Yeah,
so you're
me
saying
too.
Live live action show? If you are right about this, I will eat myself. This, by the way, this makes for really
Seeing
exciting
anything.
listening.
Yeah.
Those are
Well,
three
hold
people
on while
Googling
I
something.
Google this. Duka.
Okay, Kevin,
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't see it either. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you sure this wasn't an adult version of a film with an Alyssa Milano lookalike?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm looking at her IMDb. Alyssa Milano sex tape video short. I don't think that's it.
No, that's not
Did
it.
that come out of your nose?
A little bit and burned.
No, I
Like,
swear
literally.
there was a TV show about, like,
Are you
maybe
thinking of-
adapted from it.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
don't
Did
know
this?
what-
Hold on. Did this Alita show have Tony Danza in it, and he was
No.
his dad? Perhaps. Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
Wait, are you thinking of
That's
Dark
Batman.
Angel?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
dude,
my God,
that's
Kevin!
nothing. That's
Holy
not. Oh,
crap! So old.
wow. Oh my
It's
God.
really my
Dude.
mind is.
Okay, I am unfriending you. I'm sorry. You're an embarrassment.
I'm gonna smash this bell over your fucking head. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
That wasn't
Go-
Alyssa
Go eat your
Milano.
dinner.
That was Jessica Alba,
Oh, you're
and it
right.
had nothing.
and it had
to do
nothing
with
to do with Alita at all.
Sure it did. No.
No, she wasn't a robot.
Oh,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
something like that.
Do all women look alike? Are you a maybe sexist or racist? I can't tell. If all women look alike to you, what does that make you?
So okay, so if that's the case, then Underworld was probably like some adaptation of Alita too.
Oh, we were just talking to. Oh, I was just talking about Underworld with somebody. It's got Kate Beckinsale in it.
Yes,
Oh, excuse me.
I will
I'd like to be alone for a few minutes.
ring the bell. Go
I'm
on.
not allowed to mention that name in the movie. I swear to God, if I say it too loud, my wife will run down here and hit me with something. If I could, I would get just a cardboard cutout of her and just keep her. Never mind.
Hey, sweetie, can you wear this mask?
Could you put this leather on?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. She reminds me a little bit of her. You know what? I shouldn't be talking about any of this. Let's just move on to something else.
Does she,
So there,
yeah.
Yes, please.
If you need a couch to sleep on, I've got one.
ooh, can I get like a full size pillow of? Never mind.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'll be
I'll
right
have
there.
I'll put plastic down too, just so cleanup's easier. It's good.
So the reason I'm worried about Alita is because I remember the trailers for it came out about the same time as what's that movie that just came out that we were all excited about that bombed horribly?
Mortal Engines.
Yes, and I remember us talking like that they're all coming out about the same time. Alita got bumped, thankfully. Mortal Engines remained still the same release window, and we were like, okay, we want both these movies to be good, but we are terrified that they will not be, and that's exactly what happened with Immortal Engines. It tanked terribly. It got absolutely destroyed by the critics. The couple of people that I know that saw it said it was absolutely unwatchable. It was like a bad like YT movie with no plot, just the worst dialogue, and I mean the special effects were cool, but everything else was absolutely horrible. And this was supposed to be, by the way, at least a trilogy.
Yeah. There's
wow.
I think three books in the story.
Right.
But well,
Yeah, but they made like
originally,
$7 in the box office, so there will not be a trilogy.
yeah, originally I was worried just because of when it was going to be released, because it was being released against Spider-Verse and Aquaman and the fucking Transformers movie. So yeah, originally it seemed like it was going to be shut out just because of competition or whatnot. So once they bumped that back, I had some hope for it, and now it seems like some of the pre-reviews were pretty good. So knock on wood, I hope it is going to be as good as I hope it is. So
I hope so. It looks fantastic in the
I
trailer.
thought I read articles where certain people already saw it and were able to comment on it, and they were shocked at how good it was.
They were shocked. I guess that's a good reaction to have. I think everybody was a little nervous about it. It had the potential to be very, very bad. You can never tell with what's his name? What's the name of the guy who's directing it?
James Cameron. Oh
No. It's
He
directed by
wanted
someone
to.
who did Desperado. Well, thank God they didn't let James Cameron anywhere near this. The last thing we need is
Okay.
Avatar Part 2.
Another
I'm
guy that
sorry.
can make the most grossing movie in the world.
I have to interrupt here, but
Okay.
the James Cameron episode of Future Man was probably one of the best TV shows I have ever seen in my life. I could watch that over and over again. It's
That is
fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
that is actually yeah.
It's
Kevin,
fucking
you're missing.
hilarious.
That's a very valuable. I forgot about that episode. That is a
You
standalone
guys are
episode.
hyping it up enough.
You definitely have to see it. So okay, so
Setting mood lighting to fucked.
excellent driver James Cameron has arrived at the house. Yeah, none of this will make sense to you, Kevin, until you watch it. But the Alita is directed by Robert Rodriguez. That's who I was thinking of, who is very hit or miss. Like on one hand, he did things like El Mariachi and Desperado and Planet Terror. But then again, he also did the Spy Kids movies. And hang on, he also did. Oh no, he's had some. Well, okay, so he did Sin City, which is great. He did the Machete movies, which are awesome. Those are definitely a must see. He did most of From Dusk Till Dawn, which was great. But yes, he unfortunately also did Spy Kids. A lot of the Spy Kids, and also The Adventure of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and then he also he also directed or produced the one of the last Predator movies, not the one that just came out. Yeah, it was called Predators. It was plural. It was with I don't even remember. It was such a bad movie. It was terrible. Anyway, I'm getting way off track here. The point is, Alita should hopefully be pretty damn good. He is a good director.
I
We
hope
shall
so.
see. It'll
I
be
have
right
my
around
fingers
my
crossed.
birthday.
We
Okay.
have another 2.5 weeks. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's not bad at all.
Hey, you know what movies weren't good? All the movies that I've watched recently. And so some of these I've definitely kind of set myself up for, and I don't blame anybody. But let's just go down this list really, really quick.
I disagree with one of them. Go.
Yeah, oh, I know you do. Oh, I will never forgive you for this. Okay, so Warcraft. I knew it was going to be horrible, and oh boy, was it. Holy crap. Although I
agree with that.
I like the fact that the ending was kind of like not a happy ending. I know they kind of left it open, but in the end of the first one, the good guys lose, kind of. You could say, right? Well, the king gets killed. They manage to prevent a big portal door from being open, but they'll get horribly massacred, and they basically get pushed back. So I like that, but the rest of it is holy shit. If you have a budget of $15 for special effects, why are you bothering making a movie that's entirely green screened? And
Wait, can I interrupt here? I'm kind of
anyway.
I'm there with Kevin, where his question was the first one, as if there's going to be a second one. I don't see that happening.
No. Fortunately, there will not be a second one because it also, let's call it, underperformed, if we're being nice. But they set it up as the beginning of a whole series, and no, they won't think. Oh God, they can't possibly make any more of these. The first one was so terrible. So, but again, I went in there knowing it. The second one, and we can just discuss these all in one block, was Ocean's 8, which is an all-female reboot of the.
That was a good one.
Movies.
You're out of your mind. Why was that bad?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I know you're primed and ready to say why.
No. It's not as clear-cut. It's not like. There's no like one blanket statement. I will say one of the weakest parts of it was that, well, first of all, Anne Hathaway, anything with her, it's really hard to make anything good with Anne Hathaway. But besides that, they just tried so hard to just remake Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12 with female actors. They could have sort of spun it out into its own thing. They could have made it unique, but everything from the way it was directed to the music to the way they talked to the entire feeling of the film, they literally just took the guys out of it and put female actors into it, and it deserved more than that. It had really great cast.
That was the point, though.
But why? It could have been something. It could have been its own thing. It could have been a cool
But why not?
A cool thieving movie with female characters.
Because it's always about the impossible mission, like all.
No, I know that. No, I know that, but I'm talking about.
No, that's Mission Impossible. You're thinking of a different series.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not with Alyssa Milano. So what I'm saying is that they could have. Okay, so the main character, which is played by Sandra Bullock, is supposed to be the sister of Danny Ocean. What I'm saying is they could have just the identity of the movie could have stood on its own. They didn't need to just rehash the same thing but with female characters into it. Like it didn't have any personality. It was just it was the same exact movie, just the gender swap. That's it.
It's a genre, and they told it again.
Yeah. Okay.
You think every movie or book or whatever in a genre is just a retelling of the same story?
No, I'm saying it should. No, I'm saying it should.
Right. I think what Skippy's trying to say is they should have just done more than just change the pronouns in the script.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. As usual, Jerry's much more eloquent than me. I just get angry right from the minute.
Like last episode, I was much more eloquent than you.
And now and I'll just bring it back to like my last analogy. If you're in the movie and you're like, oh, what are they gonna do? Oh no, like a twist how are they gonna get out of that twist?
Hold on, I want to make sure I get this straight. You're telling me that through the entire running of Ocean's 8, you were in it the entire time. It never pulled you out of the movie. Never.
No, I sat there and I enjoyed it. I didn't go, this is Ocean's 11 all over again.
Okay. All right. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion.
It's also one of those. I didn't see it in the movie, and it was one of those. It's one of those go to sleep to movies, like 20 times.
Oh, so that makes a good movie.
Yeah,
I've never seen the ending.
Here's a good movie. When I'm watching a movie in a theater and I fall asleep, and when I wake up, I'm still like watching it. It never took me out of it because I was unconscious.
Oh my God.
No, I've seen the whole
This movie is so
5
good.
stars.
It's just.
I didn't say 5 stars. No, but it's watchable.
My favorite part of this movie is when the wife finally pulled the blanket off me and it got cold and I woke up and I saw the credits and I was like, man, I got to tell Mike to see this. This is quality stuff. I hope there's an Ocean's 9. Anyway, the third on that list, and I didn't want to immediately come at you, Kevin, but did you recommend Blockers?
I don't remember recommending Blockers.
I could have sworn you said, you guys have to see this. This movie's hilarious. Okay, let me put this in. Do you think this movie is hilarious?
I don't
Don't
know
stutter at me.
I
Was
don't
the movie
remember
hilarious?
Blockers. I couldn't remember what Blockers is.
What is Blockers? I've never.
Blockers. It's got okay. I'll give it. Okay, it's got
Oh
John
God, John
Cena. in-
Cena is in it.
Yes. Oh, is it Cena or
Oh,
Cena?
but Cena.
Okay,
But
I-
Leslie Mann is in it.
No.
Oh,
I
Did
like-
I say that? When did I say that?
I could have sworn you said you went to the movies and then you said something like, went to the movies and I fell asleep. You guys got to see this movie. It's amazing.
I didn't fall asleep, but that is a funny movie.
Okay. I need to
Come
compose myself.
on.
I need to compose
Come
myself.
on.
There are 3 jokes in that entire movie that are funny. There's the Bud beer pong thing. No, not beer pong.
Hilarious.
But the Bud beer. That was funny. There was a completely random thing when they're looking for their kids and John Cena busts into one of the hotel rooms and there's a bunch of kids doing some weird like cosplay devil thing like that and just the look that he gives them and he's like play sports and like runs out of the room. That was great. And then the third one, whereas I don't remember the actor who it's a shame I don't know his name because he's really, really funny. The guy who plays the father of the girl who comes out at the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't
Wait.
remember that actor either.
Okay, so he's screaming about her boyfriend and he says something like because the guy that she's dating that he thinks that she's going to sleep with is wearing a fedora. He says something like I'm going to shove that fedora so far up his ass it's going to be a hat.
I guess you had to be there.
Really? Am I the only one? Oh my god, I replayed that scene about 10 times. I thought that was one of the funniest things. All right, fine.
It is funny, but actually, out of that entire movie that I enjoy, for the record, I don't remember that saying or that phrase.
Do I have to
That's
explain it? Because it's
I
a
gotta watch it
fedora.
again.
And what he's implying is that he's going to shove it so far up
Yes,
his ass
I get-
that it's going to become. No, I don't think you get it. All right.
But
Besides that, it is one of the most. First of all, it's an uncomfortable movie to watch because there's a bunch of underage kids talking about sucking dick for 2 hours.
okay,
I haven't.
not parent.
Yeah, I'm not a parent, but well, okay.
You get
I'm
over
not
it eventually.
So
clearly, you spend more time on the dark web than me because you're a lot more this concept than I am.
I'm on IMDb right now, and in the corner there's in the sidebar there's a little advertisement. It says, "Move over, Batman! Accordion Repo Man is here. Vigilante Justice gets a new look in Accordion Repo Man. Weird Al Yankovic's interesting idea for a new superhero movie." So
Right.
I think if that gets made, that's one that you definitely have to watch.
I don't know what you just said, except I heard Weird Al Yankovic and Repo Man.
Yes,
Me
Accordion
too.
Repo
Those
Man.
are the two key words.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Which Repo Man? The musical?
No, the musical.
No,
It
have you
says-
never heard? Wait, have you guys never seen Repo Man the musical?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. So this is kind of a cult thing. Okay. After this whole entire thing, I suggest everybody get
Wait,
an IMDb and look
Is
up.
this a save for a new episode like Bell Time?
No, not yet. Don't tell me how to use the goddamn bell. All right. I use okay. I have the bell. I will use it. You be quiet and you listen. There is a movie called. So there's a bunch of Repo Mans. There's the old one, right? That's like with Emilio Estevez. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Right. Okay.
I think so. 1984.
Right. So there's that one. Then there's a horrible one with Jude Law and Forrest Whitaker. Nobody watched that. It's a horrible sci-fi movie. And then I think in the early 2000s there was a movie called Repo Man the Musical, directed by the same guy who I think made Saw. And it's I know all this sounds insane. I cannot recommend this movie enough. Trust me. Find it, watch it. It is incredible. It's very violent, and it's sort of like an opera, but visually it's gorgeous. And I don't want to say anything else. Just.
So is this supposed
watch
to
it.
be
The genetic opera?
What?
Is this
Genetic.
What?
Oh well.
Repo
what?
Man, the genetic opera.
Oh yes.
Oh. Is this a comedy? Is this a satire or?
No, it's very much. It's literally an opera, but it's ultra violent. It's like science fiction, and I don't know what else I can possibly tell you about it. It's just one of the most. No, it's one of the most unique things I've ever witnessed.
Okay.
More insight into Skippy's identification of a good movie.
It's at least I can guarantee that it will be one of the most unique movies you've ever seen. Even if you hate it, you're still going to walk away going, I have never, ever seen anything like this before. Maybe it's for the best. I don't know. I think it's definitely good. It's definitely going to be a shit lot better than fucking Blockers, I can tell you that. God damn it,
Another
Kev.
good
God
movie
God damn
to
it.
watch 20 times at the end of the night when you're going to bed.
Hey, do me a favor, Kevin. Can you recommend a few other movies? I'd like to cut down my my Netflix queue.
Oh, what the heck? I'll give you one. The one go-to.
I'm just gonna delete this from every service that I am subscribed to. Go ahead. Go on.
Oh,
Other good movies for causing unconsciousness.
no. Oh my God, I can't remember anything. I'm so too much wine.
We should have an entire section of this podcast where it's basically Kevin's best things to fall asleep to.
Oh, it's our lists. We just start lists.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
Top 10. Top 10 seizure-inducing movies.
Well, because with me and Jerry, it's just gonna be a list of rums or other alcohols that we fall asleep to. So what did Jerry fall asleep to this week? Crash. Rum and Coke. So no recommendations, Kevin. I have a number of things open and ready to delete.
Oh, I have one. I haven't watched it, but it just sounds really bad. And it's a Netflix movie. It's called IO.
Oh, that's on my queue.
Oh, really?
It's on my queue.
So the whole point is that I think Earth is uninhabitable and every yeah. So everyone's fleeing the Earth and going to Io, which is like this horribly volcanic moon around Jupiter. So Earth somehow is too dry.
Why didn't they just go to Mars? That seems much more likely of a possibility. Why did we go to
Io is probably like one of the most uninhabitable planets or moons or whatever, celestial bodies, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. Why?
Well, I don't know. As I said, I haven't watched it, but like from
no.
Just from the name.
Yeah, that seems like an odd choice.
You
it's
go
like,
to sleep
hey guys,
with Io. The movie I was trying to remember, and now I have remembered, is Edge of Tomorrow. To Live, Die, Repeat.
I love that movie.
That was an amazing movie.
That was awesome. Are you kidding me?
It's unfucking believable.
They're making another one. They're making a second one.
Are they
really?
Yes, okay. So it's a little hard to get the thing pushed through because it didn't. Okay.
I know. It
didn't do amazing.
Talked about that last episode.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
How it's really difficult to get the thing pushed through. About that.
Yeah. Once this movie makes it to the urethra, it'll be fine. But until it gets there, it's gonna be a challenge because it didn't make that much money. It did okay, but not great, and it did I think better in like whatever DVD or Blu-ray sales. But it didn't make a ton of money in the box office. But Edge of Tomorrow was fantastic. By the way, did you notice how it was also renamed like as it was being released? Yeah, that was a bad sign.
I saw that.
I love Edge of Tomorrow. That movie's great.
It's a fantastic movie. And that was one of the most rewatched movies in that going to sleep time frame.
I was gonna say, you know what's weird? About the third or fourth time I was rewatching it, I did fall asleep. But not because it was bad, just because I was tired.
You knew it already.
Yeah. No, it is.
But that was a good movie.
Although I am biased, I will watch anything with Tom Cruise. There, I've said it.
My God!
Did you watch Oblivion?
Yes. Does it have Tom Cruise in it? I've seen
Oblivion. Yep.
Yes, loved Oblivion. Absolutely love that movie.
Wow.
I thought that was kind of cool. It was slow.
It's one of your top five on the man side, huh?
It's what? I'm sorry. What?
What are you going to do? Top five on the male gender side.
He's saying you have a man crush on.
Oh. It's not a.
Because what? Every man has like a top five list, right? And then there's the top five on the male side.
Good insight into Kevin's psyche here.
Yeah, Kevin, you want to talk about this? It's okay, man. I'm glad I'm glad you picked this podcast and us as your friends to talk about this. That's fine. Nothing to be ashamed of. Go on, I'm listening.
Tom Cruise is apparently Skippy's one of the top five.
Jesus Christ,
So-
Kevin, you skip one dinner with your wife, and all of a sudden it's nothing but Barbara Streisand musicals for you, huh?
Now, is this so? When okay, Kevin, I'm sorry, I'm kind of new to this man top five, but now do you make a distinction between pitching and catching, or are you open for both? Do you have like 5 for one, 5 for the other?
Well, because
or-
I'm receiving the movie and the entertainment, so I guess I would be the catcher in this case, right? That's how this works? I don't know. I don't know how many people I'm currently offending also. But no, I will, yes, the only thing I think I haven't seen with Tom Cruise is Rockstar. Yeah.
I think I've
I
seen
also,
that.
actually, I also didn't see the second John Reacher movie. Jack Reacher, excuse me. But other than that,
Jack
That was not bad.
reach around.
add it to you. All right, sorry. Yes, so I haven't seen that one, but yes, I will. If he's in it, chances are I will absolutely watch it. I'll come right out and say it. I like Jerry Maguire. There, now you know that, and you can't unknow that.
Wow.
It's a good movie.
Did you watch The Mummy?
Yes, I did, and I like.
Wow,
I like. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not.
Skippy like the mummy.
Hold on.
It's so. One of my biggest entertainments is what is Skippy's good movies versus
Okay.
his bad.
I didn't say no,
Yeah,
no, no,
no.
no, no. There's a fine line between a good movie and a movie that I liked. For example, we all agreed on the last podcast that Bird Box was a good movie that everyone thoroughly enjoyed. However, Mummy is not a good movie, but it's entertaining. It's enjoyable. I didn't see why everyone loved it. The thing where I also have this weird soft spot for when they bring like those classic monsters into it. Like I love League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That movie got massacred by everybody. Everyone hated it. I have a special place in my heart for that film from start to end. Is it good? Fuck no, it's not a good movie, but I will watch it every single time. I will gladly fall asleep to it.
With Brad
On-
Pitt, you're talking about, right? Extraordinary Gentleman.
No,
Okay,
you're thinking.
Kevin,
of-
I realize what you have. You have face blindness. It's a real. Yes, I have anomia where I can't remember people's names, or I can't remember. You have face blindness where you can't identify people that look nothing alike. Like you think that.
Which one am I thinking of?
You're thinking of Interview with a Vampire, I think.
No.
Right?
And Jerry's problem is he misses.
Oh no. That
Because I don't know.
That was
that's where
Tom
that comparison
Cruise.
came. Okay, let's hold on.
Yes, Tom Cruise.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, the bell has rung.
For one, okay, no, I just wanted to clear that up really quick. Okay. Let's backtrack here for a second. We're talking about League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That was with Sean Connery, and I don't remember anybody else who's in it, even though I love the movie. Did not have Tom Cruise in it. Did not have Brad Pitt in it. You're thinking about a movie with Brad Pitt and monsters?
No.
Maybe are you thinking of Thelma and Louise? That's not nice, man. Susan Sarandon's
my
not a
God.
looker, but come on, man, that's not nice. She's hardly a beast. Also, Jerry, this would be a good time to point out the fact that I don't know if Kevin has seen the same thing, but you've been frozen on my screen for about a half an hour.
Yeah, I
What?
know. I don't know. I don't know what's up with
Yes.
Skype.
Me too.
It's fucked up here. So
It's
don't know.
It's really impressive how your $18,000 glowing laptop can't run Skype.
but it's. I think it's the software. I don't think it's the.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's been running fine on everything, including my $180 Xbox.
Yeah, I could see you guys fine, but I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I just turned the camera off and on again. So, Mike.
So wait. So this has nothing to do with the app. It's your shitty fucking camera.
Well, it could
As
be.
usual-
No, it just froze again. It's
Yeah,
the
it's your
whole
camera.
thing is.
As usual, you made a poor hardware choice. You decided to buy a shitty PC with a shitty camera when you could have just gotten a nice little Xbox.
This camera didn't come with this PC, so I just found this in a box somewhere.
Cool story, bro.
So did you actually think that War of the Worlds was it?
Oh, okay.
What's
No.
that?
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm glad you brought this up. No, because there is a cross section where I really like Tom Cruise, but I really hate Steven Spielberg. So that means War of the Worlds. What's that movie where he's not Future Cop. That movie was amazing. Where they can see future crimes. What the hell is that movie called?
That was a
Minority
good movie
Report.
though.
Of course, Kevin liked it. Yeah, of course you guys like Minority Report. Jesus Christ. Okay, that movie was awful, but it was visually.
It's fascinating what Skippy likes and doesn't like. It really
I'm
is.
glad I fascinate you. But yes, Minority Report and crap. What was the other movie? I can see this. I have a moment. Yes, War of the Worlds were both terrible movies. But I've definitely watched both multiple times because of Tom Cruise. I will admit to that. I even defended Spielberg's last shitty movie with the video games and the nostalgia. The hell was it called? Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, that movie's horrible, but it was entertaining as all hell.
Yeah.
Don't roll your eyes at me. I'll get the bill.
Well, you said it was entertaining as all hell. I agree with you.
Okay, so here's what happened. Obviously, nobody knows. I basically spent the entire movie getting incredibly drunk and sending angry messages to Jerry and Kevin about how this movie was making me angry and nothing made sense and it was terrible and no thought went into any of it and nothing made sense and these people are morons and I hate Steven Spielberg, and then I close up with saying I really enjoyed the movie and I really want to see it again.
That was the most entertaining I've been in a long time.
No, it was not. No, the best thing I've ever done, and I absolutely pat myself on the back for this, and Kevin, you missed it, was obviously I was drinking and I decided to watch San Andreas, and I was sending Jerry a play-by-play of San Andreas as I was getting drunker and angrier watching that movie.
That was amazing.
I am so mad at myself for not saving those videos. Because it took me 7.5 hours to get through that movie because I kept stopping it, rewinding it, and going, Jerry, you gotta see this. You gotta see this. What the fuck are these people doing?
I didn't have to watch the movie because I basically had the whole thing streamed through Marco Polo.
Play.
That is a painful movie to get through. Oh my god, San Andreas was so bad. And I love The Rock. I love The Rock almost as much as I love Tom Cruise. Oh my god, if Tom Cruise
you want to be the cream. You want to be the cream in a Tom Cruise and Rock Oreo. I know it.
See, you have two
I need
on
to
your
Google
top
that.
5 man list.
I mean, they're both fantastic actors. What do you want? It's not sexual. I respect them.
I'm not going to list my two on this podcast.
Okay.
So, we're at over an hour now, so.
No time.
Okay, you know what? Why don't we take a break here for a minute? Does anybody need a refill? Because I know I need a refill. I need to get some things. We can pause here. We can pick right back up.
Time left.
Wait, why are we going to pick back up? Because we're going to go on for another hour.
No. We need like a middle section so people can walk out and rethink their life choices. And you know what? I'm going to stop.
Walked out on episode 1.
Yeah.
They walked out on Hello.
Okay, so we're back from a little break. Did anybody get anything new to drink, or is everybody still in the same thing?
No, I was trying to figure out my camera issue. So.
Oh, okay, because I'm still drinking the same crappy wine, although I'm halfway into the bottle. That's pretty good for me, and I'm feeling all sorts of special. Might be some nipple rubbing going on shortly.
Are
into
you
this
sure
episode.
that's from the wine and not the Tom Cruise and Rock discussion?
I don't know what you're talking about. I completely forget the first half of this podcast.
No.
Half.
Poor Kevin's like, but the time.
There's dinner waiting for me.
My dinner is cold.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, since we've talked about everything that I give a shit about, let's move on to board games. You guys, somebody in here wanted to bring up Shadowrun Crossfire and Lord of the Rings, and I'm very happy to talk about board games other than Gloomhaven for once. Although, Kevin, I really appreciated your explanation and synopsis of it last time, and I actually more than ever want to buy it. It's just that we're going to fall into the same trap of I have no one to play it with. But tell me about this. Well, Shadowrun Crossfire it's basically like the sci-fi steampunk version of Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like same kind of scenario.
Well, sort of.
I mean not scenario, same type of. You know what?
Well, it's if you mean it's a role-playing game, then yes. But there's Shadowrun Crossfire is a kind of like a persistent card game, deck building kind of.
Dungeons and Dragons doesn't have any sort of cards, right?
They
There's no
actually
deck built in.
do. There's
No.
Shadowrun Crossfire is the cyberpunkish version of
Cyberpunk. That's what I was thinking of.
what is it called? Dragonfire. I think there's a D&D deck building card game called Dragonfire. Shadowrun.
Is Shadowrun from the same people that made Dungeons and Dragons, or
No.
did somebody just take Dungeons and Dragons and make it steampunk?
No. Very, very different. But well, yeah, they're different. This is about. This is basically there was an old version of Shadowrun Crossfire. I believe that Kevin has that version, and there were some issues with it. They revised it. They came out with a fantasy D&D based version of it called Dragonfire. Shadowrun Crossfire went out of print, and Kevin was like chatting it up a whole lot. I read some or watched some online reviews. Everyone was like, "This game is awesome," but it was out of print, so I couldn't get it. Then
How
just
old is
recently, I don't know, 4 or 5 years maybe.
How long? But Shadowrun's been around forever, right?
Yeah, no, Shadowrun's been around we've been playing it for like 20
25
years.
years or something.
Oh my god, it's like you guys are old or something. Hey,
Just
25
like
years ago is about the same time that Tom Cruise's Cocktail came out. A fantastic journey through a young man's career searching. Okay, go on.
Skippy talking about Tom Cruise's cock.
You know, there's a man attached to that beautiful cock. All right, have some respect.
A short man.
Yeah.
He is like 4 feet tall. It's amazing.
So I don't think anyone here is particularly tall. So.
You know, actually, I was gonna say, I mean, I'm not Jerry. I know you're not a giant, but I have no idea how tall Kevin is. I've never. Okay, I did accidentally sort of meet you apparently a long time ago, but you were on a couch, so I don't know how tall you actually are, Kevin.
Not a giant either.
Huh.
Kevin's like an inch taller than I am.
Oh my God, am I the tallest one out of all three of us? That is
Most
so
likely.
sad.
You probably are.
Oh my God. Holy shit! This is like the saddest episode of like Lord of the Rings, where the hobbits. Oh wait, hold on.
They were all sad? No, I didn't say that. I was channeling.
It's a meeting of the I Can't Reach the Top Shelf Club.
Yeah, it's actually really funny. Whenever my wife asks me to read something from the top shelf, I just give her that look. Like, are you fucking kidding me? How? I'm
You
gonna
expect me to balance on a chair?
Yeah, I'm gonna go have to get the same step stool you don't feel like getting out of the garage. But I digress. I apologize. I interrupted your explanation of Shadowrun.
I think I came to the end of it. Then basically whatever revisions they made in Dragonfire, they used in the Prime Runner, I think it's called, edition of Shadowrun Crossfire. So I picked it up this time. I just haven't had a chance to bust into it yet.
So this is something that
a brand new one?
Yeah.
Jared?
Yeah, it came out last month.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a revision of some of the rules where the game in general was rather difficult. Like, to play this game, you frequently would, quote unquote, lose the mission. So that was one of the harder games to play that I've ever had to do for board games.
Mm-hmm.
But this is still a thing where you have to gather with people and play, right? This is one of those games where you and your fellow midlife crises, other husband and fathers gather in somebody's basement and play this for 4 or 5 hours while your wives are having hot, steamy affairs with the grocery clerk, right?
You forget I come with minions. A couple of my kids are old enough to play board games and games like.
You bring them into this environment, to these smoke-filled dark rooms.
Wait, have you ever
no
been to
smoke.
like a gaming shop? It's really not filled with smoke. It's filled with body odor or something.
They got rid of.
Yeah, I went to those ones a long time ago. A couple of local comic book stores had those. I walked in once, took a whiff, walked right back out, and never came back.
No,
it was like, I no longer like comic books.
Remember, my explanation is marathon like vacations when I get time to go away, maybe once a year, where we'll go rent a house and like geek out and play games nonstop.
But this is with your kids,
4
though,
or 5
right?
days. Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay. All right. I just thought that Shadowrun is something. I thought you mentioned that it's something you get together with your friends like once a week and play.
Oh, the role playing game. I do right now.
I can't.
role play.
Yeah, I can't keep track. That's Shadowrun though, isn't it?
That's the actual role playing game.
Okay, so Skippy, they took
So
that
confusing.
IP and made like a card game out of it.
There's
Kind
way
of
too
like
Crossfire is
they
is a card game. Like
there's way too many
Jerry's-
tiers to this game because there's a video game, there's this other thing, and then there's this card game, and I can't keep track of it.
No. Like
It's too
like
confusing.
true, like a real role playing game where you get a bunch of geeky guys to sit around a table and bullshit for a bunch of hours with a piece of paper of your character and actually
Wait,
role
why
play.
don't you guys just do a podcast instead?
that would probably be a good podcast.
listening
there's
to a bunch of middle-aged people playing Shadowrun?
There's
I'd
Geek
listen
and
to it.
Sundry does the Dungeons and Dragons all the time.
Well, yeah, what's his name? Will Wheaton has a whole channel where him and a bunch of other D-list celebrities play board games.
My brother-in-law is a part of one of those Geek and Sundry, maybe not Geek and Sundry, but does the Dungeons and Dragons, published video. I don't know if it's a podcast, but it's YouTube or Twitter or not Twitter, Twitch or something like that.
Oh,
That's cool.
that's pretty cool. All right. So, also, speaking of games, I will keep bringing this up until somebody fucking cares. We are now 3 or 4 days away from the Anthem demo, public demo, and I've spent the last 2 days doing nothing but staring. First of all, at my loading screen because I was too much of a cheapskate and did not pre-order the game. Fuck you, Kevin, for pre-ordering's for suckers.
I didn't.
Huh? Well, yeah, but you pre-ordered that other horrible game.
Fallout 76.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
I've now
caught in my
played.
throat.
No, Jerry. I already
200 hours.
Jerry, I already said shitty game. You didn't have to clarify. Everybody knows
sorry.
about Fallout 76.
Best game.
Yeah, you're so adorable in your denial. Anyway, so there's Fallout 76. I mean, shit, Fallout 76. See what you're doing to me here?
It brings me enjoyment.
Good. So I hate it that much more. I can't. I hate your happiness. Yeah. So Anthem free demo starts in 3 or 4 days. You guys still don't have Xboxes. I've been watching the gameplay. This game is going to be fucking epic. It is incredible. No, honestly, Kevin. You know what? If you're gonna make fun of me, you might as well do it audibly instead of hiding behind.
What makes it different than I'm not even gonna remember the other game
Destiny.
that I spent. Yes.
Because everyone's making the parallel between Destiny.
What makes it different than Destiny?
It's difficult.
Destiny had a plot.
No, this has
Anthem
a plot.
doesn't have a plot.
Okay, first of all, I'm glad you addressed that because everybody says that Destiny. The first Destiny had a terrible story. The second one still has a terrible story that's gotten a little bit better with the expansions, but it's still kind of corny and cheesy and kind of dumb. The Anthem, nobody really knows what the story is, but the cool thing about
But it does have a plot. Just
Shut
nobody has uncovered it yet.
yeah, I know. Yes, I know. I
Wait,
realize I've learned
look
nothing
on
was
YouTube.
lost.
You could find an hour plus long YouTube video about the plot of Destiny, and it's actually interesting to listen
No, it's
to.
not. No.
Whatever.
Destiny is that video game you fall asleep to, and you wake up and go, I gotta tell Mike about this.
Hey, Skippy, can I
Yes.
ask you a question?
Sure.
Is The Rock or Tom Cruise or are they in Anthem? is that
No, I have
you
other
flying around in your power armor trying to save The Rock?
I have other turn-ons and interests. Shut up, man. Sexuality is a spectrum.
Oh, this
Don't
is
judge me.
top 5 female list.
No, look, Anthem. There's a basic story, right? There's some alien world where people are living in these little fortresses, these little towns, and then something weird is going on in the world. But the cool thing is that because BioWare, the company that made this, is really good at world building, they thought way ahead about all this. So they put a bunch of controls into the game where they don't have to sort of like load up major patches or updates to the actual game. They have, the way they described it is like, they put a bunch of dials in it so they can change the world dynamically as the story progresses. So they're going to be able to adjust weather, environment, all these cool things. And they said they have some insane shit lined up for where the story is going to go. They're really heavily invested. Don't forget, BioWare made the Mass Effect games, right? And the first 3 were awesome. We talked about this in the last episode, the ending, blah, blah, blah. However, Andromeda, I never realized this, but they actually farmed Andromeda out to another developer, some shitty developer, which is why Andromeda wound up sucking.
Sucks.
Because you're right. So and they did so they could work on Anthem. This Anthem is the legit BioWare game. This is what they've been working on for about 5 years, and they are all in on this thing. This is going to be huge. The demos
That's
look
what she said.
fun.
I have to be honest with you.
Sorry, I had
That's
to.
the
I had
only
to.
reason why I might be interested.
I'm gonna shit out that bell in about what? I'm gonna
would-
eat it angrily.
No. That's the only reason why I might be interested in Anthem is because I am a fan of the, let's say, core or original BioWare folks.
Yes, and this is all them. This is their baby. Just like the way, love it or hate it, Overwatch was Blizzard's baby project. They spent years on this. They actually had another project, I think it was called Titan. I don't remember what that got canceled. They got killed. They spent years on it. It was heartbreaking because they put so much work into it and they had to kill it. And then some of the ideas got picked up and carried over, and they redirected all their energy into Overwatch. And Overwatch was great. I sort of stopped playing it after a little while. I lost interest in it, but I have a lot of respect for that game and for all the work that went into it and all the stuff that's still going into it. So you can see when a studio has a true passion project, something really great can come out of it. Anthem is that project. And the fact that they put so much foresight into it with all these controls and all these things that they can sort of change as the game grows and progresses, I think is pretty awesome.
You're so convinced. I'm so
I'm
confused
sold.
why you don't
I'm sold.
pre-order it and get VIP.
Are you are you drinking
Because-
wine or Kool-Aid?
But I'm very good, Jerry. I'll give you that one.
That was
Actually, to be honest, for $3, I'm pretty sure I'm drinking Kool-Aid. So no, it's very rare that I'm all in for a game. But I have to say, the past few times when I have gone just all in, it has always paid off. I've only done it like on 2 or 3 games in my entire life.
previous 2 or 3 games. Go.
I don't remember what the other was, but BioShock was one of them. Why is it so quiet? BioShock?
Yeah.
No one played
I
BioShock?
didn't play it.
I started
Not-
playing that at
Not the
think it
original.
was-
I came in later in the series. I came in when I saw what was being done with BioShock Infinite. That's when I jumped in. I put it this way. But when I saw what was being done with BioShock Infinite, I ran out and got BioShock 1 and 2. And by ran out, I meant I logged into Amazon.com and downloaded them. So that's how all in. I bought the 2 games before it and all the expansions in preparation for BioShock Infinite. And I don't regret a single penny that I spent on that entire series.
That's
Those
saying a
games
lot.
are incredible. Except for the second one. I mean, the second one sucks, but everybody knows that.
It's one of my the games I own in Steam that I never played except for a couple of I don't even know which episode or game.
Okay,
But-
here's what I'm going to recommend. Play the first one. I think there might be an expansion for the first one. I don't remember. If there is, they'll play that one. Skip the second one. Just skip it. It was done by another studio. Kevin Levin had nothing to do with BioShock 2, and you can tell. It's sort of entertaining, but when he came back and took control of the studio and the game, he just kind of pretended it never even happened. So you can easily skip that one. Infinite is amazing, and after you play Infinite, play both of the expansions. I don't want to say anything because it will spoil it to you, but you should play them in that order. And it's such a weird. I'm trying not to really ruin like the storyline for you, but play them in the order that they came out.
except for this. So basically, you're saying play 1 and 3 and ignore 2.
Play 1 with its expansions if there are any. I don't remember if there are. There may not be any for the first one, but play the first one, yes, and then move on to Infinity. You have to play the Infinity expansions though. There's 2 there's 2 like Burial at Sea and actually Burial at Sea might have been the second. I forget, but yes, definitely play the expansions. I was very heartbroken when I finished Infinity because I was legitimately sad that I got to the end of the story, and by the time I finished the expansions, I was emotional. Like, think of like if Tom Cruise and The Rock made a movie and then eventually it ended and you're like, I can't believe this movie's over now. That level of emotional.
And then there was an end credit scene, and you were like, "Yay! There's an end credit scene," and then that scene ended.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I just sat around basically hitting refresh until the sequel came out.
Speaking
Yeah,
but-
of, John Wick 3 is coming out soon. What?
Yeah,
month
well,
and a
that
half?
one it's going to be amazing.
Oh, I know, but it's still exciting.
Jerry,
I
I'll
posted.
be in your town.
You best be. You're coming here then.
I have to be because
Oh, you guys are gonna fall asleep together watching that movie? 'Cause it's so
Yeah.
good.
You know what, dude? You have an open invite, so like, come up.
there's people laying out why that movie is actually a sneaky good movie.
It's not sneaky.
What do you mean by
There's nothing sneaky about
movie?
it. They're like, this movie's amazing. Yeah.
No, but like at first it looks like, oh, it's all just action and all of that part of it, action type of movie, but there's actually a good plot. And
Well, I told you. I think I mentioned this in the last one. The first two movies, there's a lot more to them than a lot of people sort of realize as they're watching them.
Yeah.
Like, watch the way that those movies are directed and structured and written. I mean, they're at its core, they're entertaining action movies, but they're borderline genius the way they were made. They actually changed. John Wick is one of those movies that changed the action movie genre, like forever. Oh no, I'm sorry, not forever. Like for the current thing, like a lot of movies that come out take a lot from the John Wick movies. By the way, did you guys ever see the what was that movie that came out shortly thereafter that was supposed to be I mean, it was very obviously like the female version of Atomic Blonde.
Atomic Blonde.
Yeah, Atomic Blonde.
Yes.
Did you guys see that, by the way?
Yes.
I have
That
not.
was so great. That was so
Another
great.
one of those go to bed movies.
It's so great. You should see
20
Atomic
times.
Blonde. It's great. I mean, I love Charlize
Jerry,
Theron.
you have not seen Atomic Blonde?
I have not seen Atomic Blonde.
If you like John Wick, you should definitely see Atomic
Wow,
Blonde. It's
I'm
great.
on the side of you have not seen this, you must see it now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Dude.
you know the bell hasn't rung, so I can't watch it now. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a new one on Netflix. Like it's called Polar 2. That's supposed to be
Polar?
another Netflix's version of
No,
John Wick.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to look that up. No, I've never heard of it. Polar?
Yeah, I think it just came out today.
Well, that's what I mean. So as you can see, like all those movies are now borrowing a lot from the John Wick aesthetic. Actually, I'm pretty sure I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure that the guy who directed Atomic Blonde is the same guy who directed John Wick, the first one, not the second.
Really?
I think so. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. But if you watch it, you can see it's literally John Wick with Charlize Theron, but set during like the Cold War, I think.
That's cool. So the question is, Kevin, I posed a question to Skippy, but I don't think he's going to be around. Like, should we take one day and just make it International John Wick Day and watch 1, 2, and then go out and see 3?
Wait, I can watch remotely. I can participate in the first two. Come on, guys.
Sure. We
Well-
could, you know what? We could go out and get those little, those like little counter clickers that people use to like count how many people go into an event or something, and we could click it each time there's a headshot. We could see
I
how
don't
many
give a shit
headshots there
about
were.
The other people.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know what? I'm no longer interested. Never mind. You guys do your thing.
It'll be you and I right around the May whatever date it is.
Hey, my birthday's in May. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. John
We'll
Wick.
be
When does John Wick 3? When does John Wick 3 come out?
After your birthday.
But is it in May or is it in the
Yes.
summer?
No, it's in May.
It comes out the month of my birthday. They
It
knew.
does.
They knew.
It does. When's the release date's at May 17th. So
gonna have
it
to be
will
one of the
be
years in the
redacted
theater.
days after your birthday.
Oh crap! Yeah, you guys are gonna have to not tell me how awesome it is. That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be a weird episode that we're gonna record on this spot. If this podcast is still around,
Dude, it's just going to be us being like, oh my god, that was so fucking amazing when he did Redacted. And when then, like, he did Redacted. And
yeah, and then I'm gonna ring
Skippy's
my
going to be like, I don't go to the movies because I'm lame.
then I'm gonna ring my bell and I'm gonna say, so Kevin, have you seen Daredevil season 3? And he's gonna say no.
No, but I've seen John Wick 3. You haven't.
Daredevil season 3 is just like John Wick, except completely 100% worse.
So imagine there's season 1 of Daredevil, and that's like John Wick. It's amazing. And then season 2 is like, wow, that was really good too. That was awesome. And then season 3 is like John Wick 3. And like, the whole movie is really cool until the very end, the last 5 minutes, where John Wick just like bends over, pulls his pants down, and says, "Just give it to me up the ass."
And then Tom Cruise and The Rock walk in, and one is from the front and one is from the back, and that's when Mike really, really starts watching in slow motion.
Oh my god.
Rewind. Forward.
They're both charismatic and they're very devoted to the art of acting. Okay, you can't judge me on this. Okay, they're very good. I have to say, if you've seen, did you guys see the last Mission Impossible movie?
I have not.
Fallout.
Yes.
You saw it.
Yeah,
you
several times.
Oh, come on! How fucking great is Fallout?
Very good. I enjoyed it.
Very good.
Did
Fallout
not break.
is awesome. It
was very good.
I love all the Mission Impossible movies, again, except for the second. Why do all these long-running series have a really bad second movie? Like Fast and the Furious has Fast and the Furious 2, and that's terrible. And this thing has...
Isn't the seventh like one of the top 5 biggest grossing movies in the world?
What, Fast and the Furious?
7, yeah.
7 and 8 broke $1 billion, yes.
Yeah.
Each or together?
No, each.
No. Wow.
No, yeah, they are absolutely.
They're insane.
They are printing money with that franchise.
Yep.
Jerry,
so I started watching.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think I got up to the 3rd or the 4th. I was watching them at Skippy's behest, and I don't know.
Furious or Mission Impossible?
The Fast and Furious.
How did you? I'm impressed by your self-control.
Well, I mean, they weren't that good, and like you said, the second one, I think I
wait, hold on. I think you're right. I think there is something wrong with Skype. Hang on a second. I think you just said that the Fast and Furious movies aren't that good.
I haven't been overly impressed with them yet. So.
Oh, so you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's a
when did you find out?
I was born that way.
Yeah. But you found out so late in life. That's terrible. Did you go to the doctor? Did he listen to your heart? And
he said there was nothing that I could do other than take a daily regimen of The Rock and what's his face movies.
Oh, so they did like an EKG of your heart, but they said instead of valves, you have 4 sphincters in each part of your heart. I'm so sorry.
Exactly.
Oh, that's terrible.
A Tom Cruise movie a day should keep me okay for a while.
I mean, that will help. I will give you that. So, man, that's painful, living a life where you can't enjoy things like Fast and the Furious movies, because people with normal circulatory systems love those movies. I love how I barely got that word out. This $3 wine is definitely worth every penny. Wait, so which one are you up to at this point?
I don't even remember. I haven't watched them in like a year or so.
Okay, it's simple. Is Vin Diesel in it, and are they in Tokyo?
Oh God.
If the answer is yes, it's the third one. If it's not, then it gets a little more complicated.
That was the second one. I thought that was Tokyo Drift. I thought that was the second one.
No. Okay, all right. Sit. Okay, let me learn you something. I'll catch you up.
The best scene of that movie is
Which one?
the Tokyo Drift. Like the
best scene of that movie is the 90 minutes runtime of that movie.
Yeah, well, no, they're like in a car and you see like this girl and
whoa, hold on,
the guy,
hold
and they're having a heart-to-heart talk.
Slow down. There's a car.
Yeah, they're in the car.
Could you narrow it down just a little bit?
Give me a second. So they're in the car.
Pause. Jerry, pause for the laughter to pass.
It was horrible.
Okay,
they're in this car and she's like, and I had this really horrible childhood. It was rough. And like the guy's like, yeah, I know how that is. It's tough. And they're having this total heart-to-heart like violins playing in the fucking background conversation.
Wait.
And then shh.
Oh, this is the third one. This is Tokyo.
The camera pulls back, okay? And they're like going down this mountainside and they're just totally like power drifting through these switchbacks.
Yeah, okay. So
I was like, okay.
So
like,
that's
this
Tokyo.
is the definition of jump the shark.
So this is
Look, we're like a good movie. Kevin's
Just
getting
see
ready
the
to go
one
to bed. He's
where they
putting
go
his
to
blanket on.
Antarctica or whatever on the fucking
That's
ice.
the eighth. Okay, that's the eighth one. Okay. So Jerry, I have to catch you up. First of all, so that is definitely Tokyo Drift. And come on, that has the best line ever, where he's like, "I'm the DK." Do you know what that means? And he's like, "Donkey Kong." But anyway,
Wait. As
hold
Kevin
on.
said, let's pause for all the laughter. Okay, go on.
Okay, good. We're done. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so now that we got through that, because DK, fuck you. Look, okay, so the first movie was the one where they all met, and you have that whole thing where it ends where Paul Walker feels he's the cop, and Vin Diesel crashes his car, and there's a train, and he gives him the keys to his car, and they all go in their separate ways. The second one, that's the really bad one. That has Paul Walker and Tyrese in it. That's just stupid, where they go to like Miami and they stop some drug lord. That's not even like part of the story. The only thing that ever comes back from that is that Tyrese is a character from that point forward. That whole the second one almost killed the franchise because it was years before Tokyo Drift came out, and Tokyo Drift was supposed to be kind of like a low budget test to see if that franchise has any legs. And it did unexpectedly well. It has a very low budget. It has like no name actors, and they're like, let's put it out there and see if anybody gives a shit. And that movie was a huge hit. So after that, they're like, oh, holy shit, people still like remember Fast and the Furious. So in the fourth one, they brought back Vin Diesel and everybody else, and it just kind of steamrolled from that point forward. The third one is a bit of an oddball. Keep in mind, they brought in like a brand new unknown director who, by the way, is, I forget his name, but he went on to make a lot of awesome movies, and he actually directed the new Aquaman movie.
Oh, and how do you feel about that?
I did not see the movie yet, but I will point out the fact that Aquaman is the first DC movie that made more money than The Dark Knight. Let that sink in.
Wow.
It has surpassed The Dark Knight at the box office. So
okay. I have not seen it. But is that just because it's like Jason Momoa running around without his shirt on?
Oh yeah, I still get messages from my mom about that. She was so upset when he died in Game of Thrones. She had like a little funeral in her own backyard for him.
He died in Game of Thrones?
Spoilers. And then I sent her the trailer for Aquaman, which is weird because it's literally like sending your mother pornography. Like she messaged me back with, I think, like an eggplant squirt or something like that. It was really.
I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, it was. You don't like. She's my mother, man. It was really weird. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, don't talk about my mother. Yeah, she went insane when I sent her that. It was basically like, I don't want to talk about it because Aquaman and there's moisture involved. It's not important.
He sends his mother porn.
I knew she would be very excited about it. Phrasing. Shit. Okay, look. Anyway, the point is, so after the third one, they brought back the entire cast, and it went into each movie is basically them trying to one up themselves. So in the next one, they have to go into outer space because I can't possibly tell how they can outdo the fact that they're racing in in Antarctica with like submarines and nuclear missiles being fired as they're racing fucking Lamborghinis across frozen ice. So now all ice is frozen. You know what I'm talking about.
When you say they have to get into outer space, are you saying like by a traditional launch or like a really big ramp and a lot of nitrous?
I want a bell now. Come on.
Okay, all right, fine. Here's the bell. Okay, we're done. All right. I don't even know what that topic was. What were we talking about?
I don't know. We got onto.
Oh, I know what this brings me back to. So the point is, you guys have to get an Xbox because Anthem is only a month away from being released as a full version game.
I have to play on February 1st.
Yeah, on your shitty fucking PC that can't even run Skype properly. What I mean is that I'm going to have to play with my other friends, and they'll never hear this, but they're not nearly as fun as you guys. They're good people, but don't awe me. They're good people, but I want to play with you guys, and I can't. I have to play with my B friends. Like you guys are the A friends. They're the B friends.
All alone, because if Jerry's around when I'm around, whatever.
Wait. I want to clarify this. If you guys play this on PC without me, I'm done. I'm out of the podcast. Fuck you. I'm out of the band. That's it. I will disown both of you.
Jerry and I, it will be like, oh, there's so much plot. We got this far.
Don't tell Skippy.
Dynamically changing the weather. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna wrap this up because we said we're gonna keep this short, and once again we failed, but not as bad as we failed in the second episode.
Yeah, we're
You
like
guys need-
2
you
minutes
guys-
shorter this time.
No, we're much shorter. You guys need to update PUBG because the new level, Vakandi, the winter level, is the best level they've made so far. I can't stop playing PUBG at this point. It's great. It's a really, really well done level.
You want to give me a shot in the ass again, don't you?
Yes, but I also want to play PUBG with you. I'm just gonna leave you at that. You guys need to update your PUBG. Trust me, the level is awesome. It's really well. So there's snow, so like you have like things like tracks in the snow that adds like a whole new element to tracking other players. It's really, really good.
I will have to update that.
Mine's updated.
Yours are updated. Who do you play? Oh, wait, is this one of those things that you play with your other cooler friends that you just don't tell us about?
No, I just tell Steam to keep everything updated.
Oh,
Yeah, you could do that on a PC.
I don't need to. I have an Xbox that just does it automatically.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't need to
Yeah, me
tell
too.
it because you see, Xbox doesn't go, hey, does Mike want to play the newest and best version of this game? No, he probably wants to play the old shitty broken version. I'll just leave that right there, or I'll ask him which version he wants.
Wait, don't they come out with PC updates first before Xbox?
Shut up, Kevin.
So technically, if I was up on it, I would have seen the board before you did.
Actually, no. I think it rolled out about the same time.
Oh, okay.
I also find it weird that as soon as PUBG announced that they were working on a winter level, the entire Fortnite map is now covered in snow. Just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, that one original thought in those people's heads.
It might also be that it's winter time.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that
That's,
actually makes
that's a little bit crazy.
that makes like a lot more sense. Okay, all right. I think we should stop here at this point. I think we've covered enough. If we've learned anything from this episode, I think we can safely say is that Bird Box is an awesome movie, and you should definitely stream it as soon as possible. Available on Netflix today.
You're having flashbacks. That
And
was the
Skippy
previous
doesn't
episode.
actually know how to tell time.
But I know good movies, so screw you. Once again, if you actually are listening to this, we do exist on one social network. Jerry, did you ever figure out what your what your name? No, I'm sorry. You only had an hour to do this. I understand. It's hard to type in 7 characters in an hour. It's way too much work for an old man as yourself.
No, I had it up, but then I closed it, and yeah. So shit.
Oh, your PC can't have more than 2 tabs open. That's
No.
shouldn't have-
So this is the username. It's at Jerry SM0062.
Holy crap!
0212.
No, just
So like,
stop.
how do I change
No.
that?
Don't publish that.
Okay, we're gonna end right here, and I'm gonna go explain to Jerry how to change his Twitter name.
Thank you. No, it's not the name. The name is Jerry Smith.
No,
It's
I know.
the at thingy, Bob, whatever you want to call it.
I'm just so sorry because I know your microwave is blinking 12 right now. But I will explain to you, but nobody needs to hear this. So we're just going to wrap up here. And there's a couple things we didn't get to, but we'll try to get to on the next episode. I also mentioned that I'm going to try to possibly introduce small little 5-minute snippets here or there in between the episodes where we individually go on and express our own little opinions and certain things without everyone else interrupting and voicing counter opinions too. But we're not sure whether we're going to do it yet. Am I the only one that said he was going to do that?
Probably.
I don't recall.
I'm
ever
here
seeing
for
it.
the conversation and witty banter.
Nice.
Like,
Okay.
I talk to the wall every day, so I don't have to do that specifically.
Okay, so here's the thing. Everything that I just said about a minute ago, just forget that. That's great. All right, I think that pretty much wraps it up for now. So thank you for everybody who actually listened, and we'll see you guys
Say
in the
good
next
night,
one.
Skippy.
Good night, Skippy. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.